Coming up, we'll focus on the critical importance of beef safety to consumers and the beef industry. See how the beef story is shared with teachers and students, and update you on Beef It's What's for Dinner advertising. The Drive in 5 starts now. The Drive in 5 is a roundup of stories that show some of the ways your checkoff dollars are working to drive demand for beef. Let's get started. Safe food. That's what people expect to buy and feed their families. To improve the safety of beef, the Checkoff has been funding and sharing research for nearly 3 decades. The focus sharpened in 1993 because of a deadly E. coli outbreak. Beef Checkoff responded by creating a blue ribbon task force to find solutions to reduce E. coli in beef.
It's critically important that every level assume responsibility for this pathogen because it affects consumers, and if it affects consumers, it affects every level, clear back to the producer and the production level. If we can institute some best practices at our operations back on the farms, then we can impact the solution to E. coli.
To continue fighting E. coli and other pathogens, the Checkoff has supported the annual Beef Safety Summit that began in 2003.
The Beef Industry Safety Summit brings together many members of the industry with expertise in beef safety to really look at the data, look at the research, but then also to talk to each other, not in competition by their companies, but to really look at improving safety overall. Another aspect that's been very successful is that the research that is conducted on behalf of the Checkoff is shared broadly. We post it on the Beef Research website, and it can be used by any company, any industry partner to improve beef safety.
With support from Checkoff dollars, the 20th Safety Summit will be in March 2022 to continue sharing solutions and giving consumers confidence in the safety of beef. In promotion, enticing shots of beef captured attention during the holiday season. Beef It's What's for Dinner ads and recipes appeared across a wide variety of social media channels. And commercials were back on the highly rated Hallmark Channel in November and December, airing more than 140 times to reach over 112 million consumers with messages like this.
'Tis the season to keep it simple with family and friends. Maybe add a little salt, pepper, and a mouth-watering rib roast. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Beef, it's what's for dinner being back on TV. I think it's a great thing that we've seen, especially since Santa Claus, evidently he really likes beef. I really appreciated that. And then we've got coming up here not too long is that NASCAR Beef, it's what's for dinner 300 in Daytona. Again, great event, promote beef, promote the producers throughout the country that produce that wholesome product that we all love.
Beef It's What's for Dinner also had success teaming up with McDonald's and DoorDash, a food delivery service. The national campaign ran the first week of November and featured the McDonald's Quarter Pounder. Results show McDonald's total beef sales on DoorDash jumped 22% during the campaign. In education, the Checkoff works with the American Farm Bureau Foundation for Agriculture to connect with teachers and to reach young people in schools nationwide. The programs include farm and field tours for teachers, as well as classroom materials that help demonstrate the science, the nutrition, and the value of beef to the environment.
The resources that the Checkoff provides to the teachers and the professionals in the education world have to be ready, made easy to go, online access, and that's what the Checkoff through the contractors has been able to do. Make it a one-stop shop with great, reliable information that a teacher can share, and that's the power of the Checkoff at work.
For producers who serve on the Cattlemen's Beef Board, making information available to everyone who pays the Beef Checkoff is a priority. The 2021 annual report, out now, is one part of that effort, detailing Checkoff programs, results, budgets, and more.
I think it's important that the Beef Checkoff does an annual report so that producers who are actually the stakeholders in the Checkoff know exactly how their money is being used and that it's used to drive demand for beef. And so that absolute transparency is of importance.
Tammy says one area she didn't know much about before serving on the beef board is how Checkoff dollars support the effort to grow exports.
The greatest value that I have gained from being on the board is really getting my eyes opened to what we're doing on the international level and through our exports, and being able to see how hard our industry is working to drive demand for beef in other countries, and then at the same time seeing how they are wanting U.S. beef. I mean, that message has been very consistently heard the last 5 years that I've served on the board, and just really has brought back value to our American product.
With help from Checkoff dollars, the U.S. Meat Export Federation promotes U.S. beef in 95 countries worldwide. Final figures for U.S. beef exports in 2021 are expected to reach a record of more than $10 billion in value for the year. That's it for this edition of the Drive-In 5. Remember, these are just a few of the programs funded by the Beef Checkoff to help drive beef demand. If you have questions about how your Checkoff dollars are used, visit the website drivingdemandforbeef.com.